Good? Did you press play already?
It was like as you went down.
Alright, so we're doing bottom of page 217, every 200th can item? Yeah, every, you pick, we said, because you picked 145, she picked 147, so we say, hey, 147, 347, 547, so on and so forth until you get to the 5,000th number, and, alright, well, the page 219 says find a random sample. Basically, we're looking at these different scenarios and you tell me which sampling method is going to be best and why. So simple random sampling is the first one. That's one we said, hey, we're going to use computers, we're going to use lottery, we're going to use, no, you're going to use the lottery, you're going to use this, what'd you say, the random, the number page there?
Well, I didn't know the computer thing was there. So.
No, you said the random number table. Okay, so we're going to print off a random number table for you.
No.
She's getting the lottery and Emma and I are going to
what's this for?
actually use a computer. This is page 218. So we're giving you different scenarios and you have to say, hey, which one is it going to be best for? Emma, you want to read scenario 1? 218.
A journalist would like to find out what attendees think of the large computer fair they are attending. He decides to interview 50 people.
Okay, so you're trying to figure that out. Which one do you want? Do you want simple random sampling, systematic random sampling, or stratified, where you're doing different groups?
Simple.
What? Simple? Why
There's
simple?
only 50 people.
Okay, it's only 50 people. Are they obviously split into groups?
Yeah, no.
No, they're not. Do we know, like, how many total they're going to be? How many people are there totally going to be?
Yes. Oh.
No,
Oh,
we don't
he's
know.
only interviewing 50 people.
Yeah, he's interviewing 50 people. But unless we know the total, it doesn't help us to do what form of random sampling? What's the one where you have the total, you divide it into groups?
I can't figure it out.
Look back to page 217. What's the one where you have the total and you divide it into groups?
Systematic.
Systematic. So unless you have the total and you divide into groups, it doesn't help you to do that either. So you can do process of elimination if it's not obvious here, but they're not split into groups, so it's not stratified, and we don't know how many total they're going to be. We don't even know how long he's going to be there. If we knew how long he's going to be there, then we maybe could do a little bit more systematic, but we can't do that, so we got to just do simple random sampling for that one. Scenario 2, Matt, you want to read that one? Poultry farm.
The poultry farm keeps 8,000 goods and agriculture safety and health officers at order and needs of goods making conducted with the virus and would like to take a random sample during inspection.
This one should be obvious. You're told the total, you know how many you want. What? Nope. That would be simple random sampling. Because lottery is included with all the simple
This one's
random sampling.
systematic.
Yeah, it's systematic because anytime they tell you the total and the amount that they want to sample, anytime you have that, immediately, boom, you should think systematic. Because we know that there's this many total, and it stratified is going to be groups. You always want to go to those two first, and if it doesn't fit in one of those two categories, immediately you can think simple random sampling, lottery, your big page of numbers that you're just going to pick random things on, whichever. Scenario 3, Emma?
A local authority plans to conduct an opinion poll with people in Tweed County as to whether they are in favor of putting more restaurants in historical landmark sites. The county consists of 6 districts. The authority intends to generate a random sample of 300 to 400 people.
Alright, so what was the big thing that tipped us off on which one we're going to do? Other than the fact that we already used the other two.
Well, there's no total. There's no total of people.
There's no total. There's one other big thing, because if there's no total, that just tells us hey, we know we're not doing systematic. It doesn't tell us whether we're doing simple or stratified. How do we know that we're doing stratified? There's one big clue they gave us.
Is it because they don't have a specific number of how many they're sampling?
Nope. Is there anything that indicates that it's splitting it up into groups? Or should I say, what indicates that they're being split into groups?
Oh, whether they're in favor of putting more restaurants in historical
Nope.
land.
It tells what? 6 districts. Boom, right there. It tells you 6 districts.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant
That's
when
not
I
what
said
you
it.
said. So if it tells you 6 districts and you know you're surveying 300 to 400 people, I mean, for the example in the book, they end up saying, hey, well, let's just use 300. You divide 300 into 6 groups because you want 50 from each, or whatever number you want. You want it to be consistent from each. 300 divided by 50. So 300 divided by 6, which is 50, so you know you're going to get 50 from each, and then you would do random sampling from there. That's all I got. You guys can start.